going on, Watanuki?
I don't know why you're so shocked. Technically, you're the fourth one. And if that thing's here, then I think I know where we are. Magic Knight Rayearth was Clamp's first real mega hit, and it had established their graphic-defying reputation that they have today. Which is interesting because they started the project with a very simple goal: making a giant robot anime geared more at young girls. Being avid gamers themselves, though, Clamp decided to use the fantasy RPGs that were popular in the early 90s as a starting point. Because when I think giant robot action, I tend to think of early Final Fantasy games.
That doesn't tell me who this is, Watanuki.
I was getting to that. Above all, Magic Knight Rayearth is the story of Hikaru, Umi, and Fu, three girls who meet on a school trip and are transported to the magical world of Cephiro, where they are told that they must restore order to the land now that the pillar that holds the land together, Princess Emerald, has been captured by the High Priest Zagato. With the help of a height-impaired guy named Clef and the creature known as Mokona, they are supposed to become the Magic Knights and restore things to order.
There's the fluff ball!
But there appears to be a second Mokona as well. And a desk, too! Are these the Magic Knights, Watanuki? Huh? Excuse me, sir, but I believe your Mokona just spoke.
It's fat, too!
Hey, are you here to save Cephiro, too? Watanuki and I are traveling! Mr. Watanuki, you certainly picked a dreadful time to travel.
Yeah, there must be better places to go.
Afraid, though, we are the Magic Knights and we're gonna save Cephiro.
Well,
Sorry, mister, but we've got work to do.
Perhaps we'll meet again. Bye! What's wrong, Watanuki?
I don't think they know how dark things are gonna get. Maybe that's the strongest part of this series. It starts off innocent enough, but when it takes its tonal shift for darkness, it takes it very seriously. The show can still be enjoyed by kids, but it definitely doesn't talk down. Your typical fantasy anime cliches are still there. We're focusing on a group of girls whose battles lead them to a greater strength, not just through fighting but through friendship. But the series does deal with darker themes well, especially the idea that true love might not always conquer all, and can be the root of the problem in some cases.
I thought you said there'd be giant robots, Watanuki.
I was just getting to that. There are giant robots in this series. They just don't show up till later in the story. In fact, they kind of show up out of left field. Even though they say early on that the knights are supposed to resurrect giant gods, the fact that the giant gods are mecha comes off as a little strange. Still, the designs are really original, and the mecha action is really entertaining. You'd also be pretty hard-pressed to tell me that the mechs in this didn't serve at least as some inspiration for the mecha in Escaflowne. Which, let's not forget, was another fantasy series with mecha that blurred the lines between shoujo and shonen. While the mecha action in this series is certainly fun, the main draw are the characters, especially our three leads. These three little girls are great, and they're exactly the kind of role models any little kid should look up to. My biggest qualm with them is really a pet peeve. They start out with their own individual weapons, but when they level up to their destined weapons, they all get broadswords. How lame is that? And don't be that person who doesn't check this series out because you hear it was geared at kids. Most anime and manga are, for starters. But more importantly, this series has a lot of great characters and some really interesting themes that can speak to you no matter what your age or sex is. Even Clamp was surprised by how wide-reaching the popularity of this series was. As I said last video, Clamp anime adaptations can be kind of uneven, but there's not even a shadow of that problem in the TV anime Magic Knight Rayearth. It's a very loving adaptation, with an art style very close to the original manga, which is impressive since it was done on a TV budget. The only issue that one might have is watching the English dub, but that's only an issue because it's an earlier English dub. It's still pretty serviceable. Some people might argue that this show has a lot of filler, but I really wouldn't call it filler. It feels more like the characters are level grinding. Not only does it feel like they've actually earned the prestige they have at the end of the show, but it also seems true to its RPG roots. And if you're one of my American viewers,
You can check it out for free on Hulu as of December of 2012. It's worth a look.
You still haven't explained the other Mokona.
I could, but that'll spoil the second series, and I don't want to talk about that today. I think for right now our work here is done.
All we did was talk about manga and anime, Watanuki.
Yep, and our work here is done.
From Cephiro or wherever we end up next, this is Nick Izumi saying keep on
Wow!
crap, damn it!